Hello Internet, welcome back to our Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead series. In the last episode, we finished crafting a drill and used it to install some additional tanks in our vehicle. We also drove to a nearby puddle to fill one of those tanks with water so that we would have a supply of water for when we're on the road. We then took some time and went around gathering gas from the local vehicles. We came back and filled our tank of gasoline. We installed a second tank that will probably be used for fuel, but fuel is not also really that much of a priority. It's very readily available. But we filled our tank anyway, so now we have a good supply of gas. And then we began repairing multiple tiles on our vehicle. Mostly we repaired the things in the front, starting of course with the engine and other key components. These are the tiles that will be most likely damaged as we travel through town, so we want to make sure that they're in good shape. And that's about it, Internet. Welcome back to our series. How's everybody doing? Hopefully you're doing well. Let's, we're about out of meat, which is unfortunate. Not a lot we can do about that. We can start eating organ meat, of course, and we really want to start toning back the amount of work that we're doing on a daily basis just to keep ourselves from being overexerted. We have a lot of scraps of meat. I would like to check if we have any first aid books, because it's nighttime, we don't really have anything else to do. And I would like to raise our first aid skill if we're going to raise anything at all. Because we're going to start making a priority to, now we're going to start seeing more evolutions of the zombies that contain CBMs. And we would really like to be able to harvest those. We could raise electronics, that will also help, but we don't have any first aid books, so that is disappointing. Feel a sneeze coming on. Hopefully that's not. Let's just pretend that's not going to happen, and then we can edit it out if it becomes an issue. Why can't I? What happened to my books? Why are they all too big to pick up? Oh, my inventory must be very full. Oh, all the gallon jugs. Yeah, that'll do it. Let's drop those jugs here on the tool pile. I should have put them on the container pile, but that's okay. And we're going to just read these to get access to any recipes that they might have. Fletcher's Friend is a really great book if you're going the archery route, because I believe that's where all the arrow recipes are contained. I don't play with archery. I did when I started playing Cataclysm. I did a few runs where I just used a crossbow, and that was fun. And there are some professions that start with crossbow stuff, but it's just not really my scene, and we get a lot of people in the game that will post about how they're not happy with the state of archery. So I generally try to avoid opening that can of worms because people get very passionate and angry about things like that. So let's not do that. We should do an archery playthrough sometime though. People would enjoy that. Let's raise our electronics. We're not doing anything else. We could craft raise. Can we craft raise first aid? I don't think so. What's it called now? Healthcare? Can make anesthesia kits from rubber hoses, rags, and jars. Okay, but where's the Wait a minute. A kit for inducing anesthesia. Maximum charges. Oh, okay. It starts with 0. Gotcha. I thought this was giving me 6,000 charges of anesthetic for literally nothing. So how do you put anesthetic in it? If it's a kit, I guess we could make anesthetic separately, although that would show up here actually in our first aid recipes. Actually, that might be chemistry or something. Let's look for anesthetic. Let me spell it right. Anesthesia kit's the only one we have. Yeah, so that's not really a thing we're going to be doing. Anyway, we could make a bunch of these and it would raise first aid, which I think is silly because it just takes some jars and stuff. We only have enough materials to make 5 of them. I don't think that would be enough to raise my skill. Saline solution. Do I have that much salt? I have 100 portions of salt. You would think salt would be way more common than it is, by the way. It should be in every house. Make bandages, but it costs me antiseptic. Absolutely not. Adhesive bandages take medical gauze only, so I can't make them out of rags, so that's not going to work. And these are all lower tier things anyway. The only one that would raise us is anesthesia kits, and the main issue here is we're just never going to find enough 3-liter glass jars. Actually, I bet we have a lot of jars that had... Oh no, they're all empty. Okay. I was gonna say that had vegetables and stuff that we could just crack open and dump the garbage food we don't really want. Yeah, no, I guess we don't. Okay. That's really interesting. Oh, I bet this one does, because I bet it has jars of jam. Only 3. So we would be able to make another 4 kits from this. What is compote? I have no idea what that is. I know the name, but I don't know. And I can't make it, so I don't know. Let's look at this. How do I scroll down? Doesn't say what the food is. Can be used to make... it's clear juice obtained by cooking fruit in a large volume of water. Is it healthy? If it's healthy, I'll drink it. I won't dump it out. It is healthy. A decent amount of calories. Sounds pretty good. I mean, it just would be... I wonder if it has pulp or if it's just fluid. But whatever, we can dump the fruit jam. I don't care at all about the jam. Never going to eat that. I know some people tell me I should just eat jars of that stuff, but it doesn't jive for me. Like, I know, yes, it's calories. Yes, it's easy. They're everywhere. 3-liter jars of jam are in so many kitchens, but I just don't like the idea of, like, and some people in the game, they'll come on Discord and they'll be like, I just ate a jar of mayo. And you're like, why? You know, why would you do that? Like, just play the game. You wouldn't do that, right? And, unless you're dying of hunger, you would not eat a jar of mayonnaise. Anyway, I mean, do whatever you want. It's Cataclysm. You can play however you want. So let's make some anesthesia kits and see how much they raise our healthcare. Yeah, we can make 8 of them. So let's just flat out make 8 of them. We have a lot of rubber hoses, so that's not a big deal. So how much first aid did I get from that? Where's my healthcare? 9%. Oof, that's rough. Okay. So that's not viable, so we're not going to do that ever again. Which, again, it makes sense. All we're doing is putting together a jar. There's no reason that should raise first aid. Where are my kits? Oh, they're on the workbench. Yeah, so we can't raise first aid, so we're just going to read our electronics book here, I think. And we should probably get a question. Do I have my questions open? I do. Let's scroll, click. If you could ask for a miracle, what would it be? I don't know. A miracle? Nothing in my life is oh, we're reading so slow. Why? What's my reading will take longer than... Why'd that take so long? We barely got any percentage and many hours have passed. Also, I could hear my CPU whirring up. I wonder what that's about. Ask for a miracle? I don't know. No one I know is dying or anything that I would need to save them. A miracle is like a very specific thing. I don't feel like that's it's not the same as getting a wish from a genie, right? A miracle is like specifically divine. So it's like, what would a deity actually be interested in investing in my life, you know? And I have no idea. Oh, I mean, I would love if you could send me back in time like 15 years so I could live my life a little bit better instead of being a little monster when I was a teenager. That'd be pretty cool. That seems like something in God's ledger domain or whatever, you know? Send me back, let me live a better life, hurt fewer people, be a better human, I guess. That's a weird question though. Miracle is like, I don't really ask the gods or God or whoever. I don't ask for things because I don't really have a lot of faith, I guess. So let's just get a different question because this one's just going to devolve into an awkward conversation about religion, I think. Man, we can eat a lot of scraps of meat, huh? Just eat all of these until we can't anymore. And we're probably going to start turning to cracklins, which I don't love because of their health penalty. Did I turn this light off, by the way? I did. How are we doing on gas? We did get gas. I was curious how much we got total. We did lose some battery charge overnight, but that'll be recovered very, very quickly. I think we're getting ready to leave this place. I don't see a reason for us to stick around much. We're tired. Let's go to bed. Now I feel like I'm on the verge of hiccups. Go ahead and sleep. Don't set an alarm. Let's get a different question. Scroll, click. If you could only store one type of food in your pocket, what would you carry? That's a dumb question. The granola bars, you don't just put... Didn't we have this before? Because I said something like, I don't know, you can't just put like a fistful of spaghetti in your pocket. Let's get a different question. If your friend is sad, what would you do to make them feel better? Oh, God. I mean, it depends a lot on the person, I guess. Probably talk to them, spend time with them, make some jokes, you know? Like, I know in my content I'm not like a super funny guy, but when I'm with people, I tend to be a lot funnier when I have someone to play off of. So probably I would try to coax a laugh out of them, get them to smile. Talk to them. Oh God, I forgot you make I forgot you get so many cracklins out of each portion. I made so many. Alright, well, it's calories. We're getting calorie messages. Let's just hork down a bunch of really unhealthy crap, and then we'll go drink some compote, because apparently that's good for you. And we'll recover a little bit of health there. Evaporated milk also good for you, which I find a bit surprising, because it's just like super concentrated milk, right? I mean, I guess that would be good for you. It has a lot of vitamins and stuff. I don't know. Whatever. Alright, let's go back to repairing our vehicle here. How do you cheer up a friend who's sad? You just spend time with them, right? Like, that's the main thing. You just spend time with them, give them that companionship, let them know that you value them, that you want to be around them. You know, that can say a lot to people when they're not doing well. You can, just by showing them that you enjoy their company, can mean a lot to people. So I would do that, I guess. Again, I think laughter is really valuable. So anything I could do to make them laugh, even if it was me making a fool of myself, I think is fine. It depends, you know, if I'm in a relationship with this person, I will know them a lot better. Yeah, just weld that vehicle tank that's full of gasoline. That's great. Just, yep. If you're in a relationship with someone, you know them a lot better, so you're a lot more in tune with their needs, and you learn how they get comforted. Like, I had one of my girlfriends when I was like 20-ish. I knew that she would get very sick, you know, at a certain time of the month, and she would have a really hard time. And in that time, she was very irritable. And she knew that, right? Like, it's not like I'm just saying nasty things about her or anything like that. It happens. It's not a big deal. But I knew at that time, it's like the best thing I could do for her, bring her, you know, just pretend that I said she was 21, and that we were 21. But yeah, I would just bring her a little wine and give her a heating pack, and that was like, and then leave her alone. Like, that's the best thing I could do for her when she was feeling really not good, you know. So I don't know, you learn about people, and you learn what they want. We probably were 21, by the way. I'm not like I didn't drink until I was 21, but I remember bringing her wine, so like obviously we would have been, and her birthday was one day after mine, so like we must have been 21. Anyway, we've fully repaired this. I do think we should make some glue to fix up some of these parts that require glue. Specifically, I would like to fix my tires, because they are likely to get damaged on the road running over things. I'm sure that they have a chance of taking damage. And also, I'd just like to, you know, let's take the security system out. I don't think it would ever go off at this point, but there's no reason to risk that. And we should repair the seatbelt as well, just to make sure we don't get into a collision and fly out of our windshield. So let's yank out that security system. And let's yank out the stereo system. I don't really care about that either. Never going to use that thing. And unfortunately, we can't repair any of the solar panels, by the way. Used to be, they were like storage batteries to where you couldn't repair them. You'd have to take them apart and reassemble them. But now I see that you can actually repair them, given you have the materials. But solar cells only come from solar panels, as far as I know. I don't think they're craftable. So we would have to take apart excess solar panels to even be able to repair them. And the electronic skill requirement is quite high, which makes sense. The upgraded solar panel would be a more complex electronic entity than a standard solar panel. In fact, if we look at the standard solar panel, here we go. This is only electronic 6. You know, I'm not sure, maybe the upgraded one is just multiple panels, but you gotta figure extra things being wired together would increase the electronics difficulty. So let's look into making some glue. Actually, let's eat something. Again, trying to work up those calorie stores. What do we have materials for here? We have all those cracklins. I don't want to eat them every time. I want to eat some other things. Liver and brains. I mean, do you have negative health consequences? It doesn't show on this menu what their morale is or health is. I'm sorry, health, not morale. So I don't know if I cook these organs, if they're good or bad. I think plant marrow has a positive health attached to it, right? This is from the Triffids. We can make some of that. I don't know why we need to cook it. It's vegetable. You don't need to cook all vegetables, but okay, we'll make 6 of those. Have some plant marrow. They are a plus to health, which is great. Only 2 bars of satiety. That's actually good, I think, because we can eat more of them before we become sated. And we'll have a little cracklins as well to get calories to balance that out. Then we'll drink some more compote again for health, mostly for that positive health impact. I have no idea what my health stat is. I don't think there's any way to... So I'm very hoarse today. I don't know why. I don't think there's any way to legitimately see your health stat. I think you have to do it through the debug menu, which we could look at. I don't really care. That's not the debug menu. Yeah, I don't think we will. I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters. So, let's look into making some glue. Bone glue. That's the only one I have, huh? Yeah, we've never raised our chemistry. What's it called now? Not chemistry. Applied science. Man, we don't have any books for this either. And I'm sure super glue is a low tier recipe, so we could get it if we got our skill to 1. Can I do anything to make... You can make soapy water to level your chemistry skill. Really? That's fantastic. We make salt from saline solution or salt water. We have seen... I mean, we could do that. I would like to have some more salt on hand than what I have currently. It takes a long time, obviously. We could do this. It would require us to go for a drive. Do I really need salt, though? I don't think I do. Because we've seen... how far back is it? Yeah, it's pretty far. So swamps in Cataclysm are a combination of fresh and saltwater puddles. So if you ever need salt, your best bet is to find a swamp and harvest one of the puddles. Like basically just go around looking at the puddles until you find one that's saltwater. Fill that up in a jug, and then you can make salt from that or use that directly in recipes. And yeah, I don't... It's a long drive. I don't think it's worth going back just to be able to raise our applied science, because it's not a skill I'm really going to use at length. We can also make makeshift antiseptic. So I think the time investment is directly related to how much skill you gain. So making the salt would be more beneficial because it takes longer, but the antiseptic and the soapy water take like a minute, and that's just not going to be enough. We would have to craft hundreds of them to level our skill. So I don't think that that's going to do it. And pretty sure we have no books for this. Again, with the hoarseness, I apologize. I haven't been recording very much lately. I've been, I don't know, just super depressed last week, and it just ate up all my motivation. Yeah, no, not a single book, huh? I mean, we have the chemistry books, but we don't have the skill required to use the chemistry books. So, yeah. I mean, and again, if we cleared a science lab, we would have access to more of these chemistry books. Possibly the lowest tier ones that we could actually use to level up. Anyway, let's fill our vehicle, and let's start thinking about hitting the road, I think. We don't really need most of this material. We should take the crane with us. I think we put one in already, but let's do that. Get that mouse cursor off the screen as well. And we're going to start filling our vehicle, I think. We're going to attach some vehicle zones and sort basically our base into our vehicle. That way we can start hitting the road. We can become mobile and just take this show on the road instead of puttering around the same town forever, which is what we've been doing for God knows how long. Oh good, and it's nightfall as well. And we have so many items that's slowing us down considerably. And of course, we can't take everything with us. We're just not going to have space for that. So we're going to have to kind of be picky about what we actually take with us, because we've got over 2 full tiles And ground tiles have a ton of volume. It's 1,000 volume. So 4 cargo spaces per tile, and we filled up more than 2 already. So we kind of need to pick and choose. But let's start laying out our vehicle. Generally, I put food and drink towards the front and separated, but we kind of want them to be near the kitchen unit. So let's sort, and we could attach them to our freezer. We could set all perishable food to go into the freezer. I don't think that's wise. I think it's better to pick what items go in the freezer. That way we're keeping only the things that are actually valuable in the freezer. Because if we just go in and we're like, okay, put all perishable food in the freezer, it's going to put like a Toastum in there or a head of cabbage and like stuff we just don't care about. So I don't see a value to that. But we're going to want the food nearby to craft with. Although our vehicle is small, we should be able to reach every area of the vehicle, right? So it shouldn't matter. So let's just start making, let's remove all zones. Let's start making our food and drink. Anyway, what was our question? Our question was dumb. Let's just talk, shall we? Yeah, just been down a little bit lately, and it's been hard to stay motivated, which is a story of my life. That's how things always are for me. And usually that's a little bit my own fault, you know. I do things that are dumb that end up costing me time and energy and stuff like that. But lately I've just been busy, you know. I started, I mean, geez, we talked about it. I feel bad whenever this happens, but I mentioned that I was recording, it's called Silicon Dreams Cyberpunk Interrogation, something like that. And it's a game about interrogating androids. And I talked about that in a video, and I was super excited to do that. And then basically all my time got eaten up, and I just didn't get to actually play the game and get any recording done. It bums me out because it's like a cute little fun, interesting game that I thought my content, I thought it matches up with Cataclysm. You know, obviously people who like the kind of cybernetic aspect of Cataclysm, they would enjoy watching a game about interrogating androids, I would think, and stuff like that. So it's like, I was pretty excited to get that up and running, and then just haven't had time. Same with, I mentioned World of Warcraft before. I bought a 3-month subscription, and the newest DLC, or the expansion pack, they call them expansion packs still, and I haven't been able to play. I've played maybe 3 hours of it, and I'm already down to like, that was like 3 weeks ago. So I'm just never gonna play that, I guess. That was a huge waste of money. I regret definitely buying that. Just it's a bummer. It's a bummer. I like World of Warcraft. I know it's kind of fallen out of favor, but like, that game's fun. I don't care what you say. I like World of Warcraft. Shouldn't mumble into the microphone. I'm supposed to be a professional YouTuber. What else is new? I mean, I got my COVID shot. I talked about that. That was exciting to get that out of the way. And, you know, they say, I think it's 2 weeks after you get the initial shot, you will, or I'm sorry, once you get the second shot, it's about 2 weeks until you, oh, that's my mutagen pile. No, we don't want tools there. What's on the right side of this? So 1 northeast. What is up there? Food. I don't like having tools. We can put them to our east. Because tools needs its own pile. It's going to be a big pile of stuff. So put tools there. What else do I need? What do we need? Guns, no. Mutagen. Did we make a mutagen? We did. So we don't need mutagen. What else do I need here? I feel like I'm missing something really important. We're going to need unsorted, of course. That will be the rear tile there, so we can just dump things in our vehicle. What else should I put on the outskirts of the vehicle? Clothing is one I always put in these stow boards because it just, if we crash and we lose it, it means nothing. Wood? No. Don't need wood. Spare parts, I guess, is a valuable one. We can put those in the back, I guess. And we'll make 2 tiles of that because that tends to be a big group of stuff as well. We could put a seed zone. I don't see a huge reason to do that because they're just not something that comes up very much, but we'll put them on our food pile. Actually, that was our drink pile, so we need to put those on the food pile. because they are technically edible and we can use them to cook into food. So make a seeds pile. I think that's it. I think we're good. Let's sort everything, and then we'll see whatever's left behind. We'll decide if we keep it or what, or if we need new tiles or whatever. And then we'll mark this all as unsorted, so we can just sort everything here. Yeah, I just haven't been doing much. Haven't had time to do much. Today I recorded, this is my second video today, so at least that is something, working on keeping Cataclysm running. I was also, you know, it's funny, I got a comment the other day. Somebody commented and said, hey, you should consider doing an updated tutorial series because yours is over a year old at this point, and Vorms, you know, are all like four years old. And I literally, when I got that comment, I was taking a break from editing tutorial content because I wanted to do another tutorial series. So I was working on that in the background as well. I only got 3 or 4 videos done, but it was progress, you know, and it was something I was working on. And I literally got a comment about it, like I was actually working on editing a video for that series when I got the comment. So that was pretty interesting. And of course I wanted to have that series, you know, it's something I've wanted. Oh, we don't have a weapons pile. That's a good one to have. Obviously we would want to take these baseball bats and everything with us. I believe that's the last open zone in our last open tile on our vehicle. So why didn't our clothing get sorted? Because we made 2 tiles for each clothing, didn't we? Get items. That's armor. That's clothing. That's filthy. That's filthy. Okay. So we actually can overlap these. It doesn't really matter. So this one is clothing. So we'll make the filthy clothing also contain regular clothing. Yes. And we'll make the filthy armor also contain regular armor. Yes. And we should be able to take probably not all the clothing, but a lot of it with us. You did not sort any of this clothing that I just told you to. Why did you not do that? This tile is not full. Oh, it is full. Wow. Okay. That's a lot of stuff. So what do I do? What do I do about this? Well, I mean, we can, okay, pull out everything that's leather. Yeah, pull out everything that's leather. Pull out everything that's wool. Wool, leather. No, these are not leather. Leather. Flame resistant gloves, probably not something I need. Let's pull all those out and drop them down here. And what we can do is we'll just take the leather items that are valuable that we might end up wearing. So like leather jackets, leather... I don't know. I think we've evolved past leather pants. No, we haven't. We're wearing a pair. Okay. So we'll grab leather jackets, leather dusters, trench coats, that sort of stuff. So let's grab, I mean, I do like, well, we'll take the dusters for sure. Actually, let's do this with advanced inventory. It'd be a little bit easier to manage with our inventory. So let's take the dusters for sure. They are huge and they're going to take up a lot of space, but they are something I could see us wearing in the future. We definitely want pants, preferably that fit, so we can leave the ones that don't. We'll take a pair or 2. We'll take the leather gloves just because winter time we might wear them, although I suspect we will not make it to winter time. And we could take the leather trench coat that's sleeveless as well, I guess. Everything else we can take apart for leather, because the leather scraps, 1, they'll fit on a different tile, and 2, they are valuable. So we don't just want to leave a whole bunch of leather behind. We have a filter again. Get rid of that filter. Also, there's a filter over there. Okay. So we're looking for, at our feet, to the clothing tile. So you only have 11 liters of space left. That's not going to fit everything. So put the pants, gloves. Can't fit any dusters. Okay. I mean, I don't really care about the blazer. I do want to take all the bags that we have. The hairpin is such a negligible space, it doesn't matter. Scarves, we can make scarves if we need them. I don't know what to get rid of here. Clothing is just so voluminous. I mean, I don't need the damaged shirts and stuff. I also don't know why a tourniquet... Oh, we don't have a first aid. Yeah, we do have a medical pile. I don't know why the tourniquet is a clothing item. I guess just the way it has to be implemented in the game. Can you fit any dusters in? You can fit one. Two is too much. Okay, what about this sleeveless trench coat? And you can't fit the pants. Okay, let's try the other clothing tile. What do you got going on in here? So, at our feet, to the stowboard to our north. Some chaps, a corset. I mean, I don't really need chaps or corsets. Keep the work gloves, keep the compression shorts, I guess. This is tough. I don't really know what I should and should not take with me. Well, I can't fit a duster, so just throw some pants in there. Whatever, we'll just scrap the rest here. What else is left on this pile? Mostly just clothes, I guess. Laundry basket, we should cut that up as well. It's a lot of plastic chunks. Yeah, mostly just clothes. I'm disappointed we can't take the military rucksack. Let's pick that up and put that in the unsorted pile. It can live in there. That's okay. Because that's something that, you know, potentially we would need. The bag items just are generally pretty valuable. Because they can be a little rough to find. And, I mean, not that they're uncommon, but they are, you know, finding a rucksack is not the easiest thing in the world. And they get damaged a lot. Oh my god, we don't have a chemical pile. Oh, we don't have a place for batteries. We didn't take the IFAC doesn't count because it's a container. Oh geez. Okay. Let's grab every IFAC because those are pretty important. Oh, those are empty? Yeah, I don't need the empty one. But I want the pouch that has items in it. Do we have any first aid kits? No. Okay. Man, okay. Well, chemicals are going to take up a lot of space as well. I don't think there's anything in this rear tile. Is there anything 1 north, 2 east? Doesn't look like it. I know this is tedious, by the way, but this is something that, you know, you kind of have to do to pack up and go. So we have a chemical pile. I need to put my batteries. Okay, add custom filter batteries. Oh no, the filter, no, I screwed up. Okay, add custom. The filter will be -bat, I think. And then the custom batteries zone. And we'll put that here. And let's try sorting. I don't know if this will work. I think I might have done it wrong, but let's try. Put your toaster, mesh colander. Why is that stuff? Wait a minute. And it's sorting out all my clothing. Why are you sorting out my clothing now that you failed to do before? You sorted out every possible item. Well, I noticed you didn't sort my batteries. Or did you and we just didn't have space? No. See, yeah, you put... Okay. You put all my clothes and stuff in here. Why did you do that? -bat maybe made it think that I wanted everything but batteries. Okay, let's just grab this stuff, pull everything out of there, drop it on the ground. Oh, I didn't make a book pile. Oh my god, I'm so bad at this, internet, and we're way over time. Tell you what, internet, I'm gonna sort this out off camera because this crap is boring, and I know that it's you know, it's part of the game, and some people probably would want to see it. But I feel like we just went this whole episode of me fooling with our vehicle parts, and honestly, I feel like an idiot because I feel I'm doing things wrong, and it's very slow and boring. So I will try to sort my vehicle out, the remaining issues before next video. So for now, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I'll be back with more in the near future. I'll see you next time.